sponsor of this video. Notion Sites is the easiest way to share your ideas with the world. You can launch a website in minutes. I made a page called Everything I Use, and I have a little blurb here. I'm still working on my writing skills. Supplies, I might split up studio and software and apps to include more like camera.
So I just finished packing up all of the new 5x7 prints into the cellophane baggies. I'm taking a quick break. I was editing some videos for my brother. If you didn't hear already, he started his own YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's for all things cubing. It's an educational cubing channel along with lo-fi playlist, and it's just a vibe over there. So go check him out. But I'm thinking I'm going to pack up these 4x6 smaller prints tomorrow because I have, these are 5x7 cellophane baggies and not 4x6, so I have to like specifically tape them a certain way so that they fit. But I just ordered this like really nice clear tape because I've been taping it with just like Scotch tape and it has not looked the greatest. So I got better tape for those and it's not coming in until tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna wait and pack those tomorrow. I'm going to move on to packing up the 8x10 prints and then my 11x14 prints. I still have a lot that I need to finish for my mom's event, which is on Saturday, a day before my market. So I should probably prioritize those things first. But I am wearing the new Sworn Mindful t-shirt. I will show you the back. I did crop mine, and then if you can tell, the teeth say mindful, which is like the cutest little thing ever. That was my husband's idea. He's a genius. But yeah, so the front's a little bit different. It's the wolf skull with the tulips coming out of the eyes, and then on the back it's the wolf skull with the tulips surrounding it, just like the print. But this is a size large, and again, like I said, I did crop it, so if you need a reference. But anywho, they are on the website now if you want to go check them out, along with a matching crew neck that has the same exact design at the wolf skull on the front with the tulips coming out of the eyes, and then the same back is this one with the mindful written in the teeth. But yeah, I'm in love with it. This material is like the most comfortable shirt ever. Typically with like black merchandise like jeans, crew necks, hoodies, or t-shirts, the fabric tends to be pretty dense because of the black thread. However, these are like super stretchy and like cozy, comfortable. Not to hype up my own merch, but like honestly, this is like my favorite t-shirt now. But I do have lots that I still need to keep grinding on. If you want to see what I've done thus far, you can check out my video from last week. That is part 1 of my market prep for my biggest market ever. And this one, we are finishing the market prep. I'm going to add footage later on of the actual market, which I'm so excited for. And then we are going to be finally calming down a little bit. The next Friday, October 11th, is going to be when I launch the items that you're seeing here. They are going to be available at the market if you are in the Orlando area. If not, they are going to be released to the public on October 11th at 11 a.m. If you are a patron, you get early access at 9 a.m. I may or may not be restocking some of these. If I sell out at the market, I'll have to kind of play that by ear. So you definitely want to make sure you get on when it is live because it is very limited stock. And then after that, 2 weeks after that, I'm going on a 2-week vacation to North Carolina, which I am so excited for. I talked about it a little bit in my last video. I'm really going to be taking the time to recenter and ground myself, kind of reflect on the year and look ahead for what I want next year to look like. Kind of get some plans on what I want to start pushing out. I feel like 9 times out of 10, I just pick up my camera and I just start filming whatever, and I don't ever have a plan. And I would like to be a little bit more strategic and organized with the content that I'm creating and putting out so that I'm not just like randomly doing it and randomly not filming, because when I leave it up to chance, I also leave it up to the possibility of me just not putting out a video for a couple weeks because I just wasn't inspired because I didn't have a plan in place. So I'm going to be taking that time to kind of plan those things out, but I cannot wait to get the footage from it. It's going to be so calm, fall vibes all the way. But yeah, I wanted to check in and say hello. I hope you all are doing well, and let's keep grinding.
You're lucky. My granddaughter looks like she just fell off a potato truck.
The streets like a rabid dog. Cut her off. That'll get her attention.
I can help you with the litigation.
I am currently fueling up for the day with, in my opinion, the world's greatest coffee and the world's best oat milk. If you don't know, I'm putting you on. Oatly's Barista Edition, better than life. But I personally love a good Ethiopian espresso. Colombian espresso is pretty good too. Cuban espresso. Anything espresso. But if you are wondering, these are the beans that I use. It is Leatherback Roasters. It is a husband and wife, small business owned, and it is incredible. They also have a subscription service, which is what I have, where I get beans directly shipped to my house every 3 weeks. And I genuinely cannot rave enough about them. By the way, this is not sponsored, but Grace, if you see this, hi. I love your beans. I'm obsessed with them. But yeah, the other day I actually ran out of beans, and I used to just go to the store and use like the Cafe Bustelo already ground up beans. I used to use that every single day. So I figured, okay, like let me just go back to that. So I got them. I made my coffee, and oh my gosh, I was suffering. It was actually really bad, and it just made me realize how high quality these beans are and how high quality the humans behind it are. Anywho, shout out to Leatherback Roaster. I'm also repping their little shirt. They have some merch. It's the cutest ever. But grab yourself some beans. Support local bean roasters and support local people all day long. If you want to try out any of their coffee, I will link them in the description. I also ran out of tiny straw, so I have this really thick, big straw. And I have to say, it's cute, but it's not my favorite because I feel like I'm getting too much coffee at once. Anywho, first world problems. Okay, I have a lot to do today. Like, a lot. And it's Friday. My mom's women's event is tomorrow, so that is like the priority. And I'm gonna kind of talk about, I didn't get too much footage of me packing up the rest of this stuff because it would have just been another like sped up footage of me packing things, just like the footage before. So I figured I would just walk through and talk about each piece so that it's actually a little bit more interesting and you can get a little bit more value out of the clip instead of just watching me pack randomly. And Bo is going to interrupt me by drinking water. So I'm gonna go sit down on my desk, kind of clock in for the day, and then I'm going to bring you guys along. He's cracking me up. Bring you all along with what I have done and what I need to do. Okay, so the situation that we have going on today is that I packed up 40 of these mental wellness shots. Shout out to my mother. She helped me so much with these. She printed all of them out, cut them all and folded them all. So all I had to do was pack them in these bottles. So my husband's calling me. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you? Okay, I'm back. But yes, so my mother really helped me out with these mental wellness shots. The only thing that I have to do now is label every single one of them, but I have to hand punch them out with my label maker. And that honestly does not seem like the best option. I think it's gonna be not only time consuming, my hand's gonna cramp up, whatever, but sometimes they don't stick completely and I have to really like smash them on there to stick because the label maker tape is so thick that like when you wrap it around, sometimes it tends to like stick up and want to stay straight. So I thought I do have one of each with the paper unfolded, like sitting inside of these with the labels on them, and people can kind of like take one and see what it's like, what it could say, etc. Like get like kind of a feel of what is inside of here. So those will already be out in front as like samples where like people can sample them. And then I was thinking, instead of doing where I'm labeling them, I was thinking of printing out a piece of paper with like a swatch of like what each color stands for, and it goes with every single one. So if someone buys all 4, then they get the same piece of paper. Someone that just buys 1, then they still get that same piece of paper so that they know which one they've got. So that's what I'm thinking for this. I think it'd be a lot more like cute to insert a little card with like the colors and all of that stuff. And then the other thing that I did yesterday was pack up 30 of these notebooks. So there are the Write It All Down notebooks. I launched them, I think at the end of summer. I called them dream journals originally, and now they're just the Write It All Down journal, because I kind of felt like something, I was thinking about what the women's event is going to be like and what it stands for, and it really inspired me to kind of upgrade the meaning behind these journals, because I feel like these are really going to be a guide for women and men, humans, anyone that gets their hands on these, to be a guide to, you know, the version of themselves that they want to be. So I want to read the back for you all, because this is like what I feel like the whole point of getting this journal is for. It's like just a journal set aside for specifically this, and it says, write it all down, every little thing, every big thing, everything in between. We may talk about the person we want to be or the things we want to do, but how often do we let it go, forget, or feel like it's not in the cards for us? Writing down our deepest desires, strongest wishes, and core values grounds us, keeps us tethered to what's really important. May this journal meet you where you are and be the guide to the path meant for you. So yeah, I love these journals so much. They're so cute. And I feel like the meaning behind them is huge, and I feel like it's a journal dedicated to just your core values and your beliefs and just the person that you want to be. Anywho, off of that deep note, I did end up packing up the 4x6 prints. I did say I was going to do them another time because now I have to tape. This is like what I was talking about. There's like this access because it doesn't fully fit because it's a 5x7 cellophane baggie. So I have this clear tape. It looks like it's not clear, but there's like little clear circles that come off of this. And I'm going to be taping them back like this so that it's a little bit more fitted to the print. Once I get done with that, then I have to put prices on everything. And I'm going to be pricing everything. The women's event, I'm bringing different things from the huge Orlando market, but I'm just prepping everything so that Saturday after the women's event, I can come home, repack the things that I need to bring for the following day. And all I have to do is put in the market items in my iPad. Got a couple of different things I need to do. I've never done 2 events back to back like this. I've done like a week in a week, like a Saturday and then another Saturday back to back, but I've never done like a day back to back. So I'm a little nervous about it. I can already feel myself kind of like shutting down socially. So I need to find a way to charge my battery extra super charge fast because I am nervous. I'm very nervous and I'm tired. So I love that for me. Overall, I'm just thankful for these opportunities when they come up. I'm honored to be able to share my work in a public space in, you know, the community and to be supported like that. I think it's just such a dream. So many people never put themselves out there or don't have the opportunity or the space to put themselves out there. So I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity and I am not taking it lightly or taking advantage of it. So anywho, we have lots to do today. So let's get this party started.
of those into my collection. I also do have a few that are currently in propagation. So my philodendron El Choco Red is in a prop box. I'm also going to be propping up my philodendron Mame and Gloriosum, so those are not going to be seen in this video either. Might have another one or two in my prop box as well, but maybe it's just the El Choco right now. The nice
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push the pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
I just wanted to pop on and make a conclusion for today. It is almost 5 o'clock and I have to leave at 5 to go pick up my husband. But I did feel like I needed to make some more thank you packaging. I just felt like this weekend's gonna be a lot and I only had like 45 packed. Usually on my biggest markets, I'll get around 30 to 40 purchases, but this is like a super big market and a back-to-back event and I only had 45 packaged. So I just packed another 15. I ran out of the white bags. So after the women's event, I'm just going to kind of see if I need to pack any more. And then I have brown paper bags that I'll switch over to. But I also made all of my signs that go on my table. And I just made this new one. It's pretty much the same as the thank you packaging. Pretty much just saying like, I have merch. And then I have a little description of the merch that I have, and then I'm gonna have a QR code sitting right next to this that they can scan to shop the goods that I don't have with me physically. The white and black butterfly and moth prints just came in as well in the mail. I am laying them out to flatten them. I'm going to be packing them up. I won't be bringing those to the women's event. I'll be bringing those to my market on Sunday, but I'm laying them out flat for the next like 24 hours so that they came rolled up in like a cylinder vase type thing. So I flatten them out so that I can package them up and they can be nice and flat for everyone. But yeah, that is all I have today. I'm pretty much done. The only thing I'm going to be doing this evening is putting all the inventory and prices into my iPad. So I pretty much just have admin stuff to do, I think, and then packing everything up in my little containers and then loading it into the car. I also have some nice fall vibes going on. It's been a super relaxing day, just grinding away. Usually these things stress me out, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been a little bit stressed, but I also feel like I've just been pacing myself. Even though I've been working like super long days, I'm not rushing. I'm just pacing myself and I'm keeping up with that pace and trying not to like lose my momentum by when I eat lunch or like whatever. I feel really good that I'm coming to the finish line, and the markets is always the most rewarding part of all of this. And I can't wait. So thank you for coming along with this market prep. I don't think I'm going to be getting any more footage of the market prep. I'm just going to be loading up the car. I may or may not get footage at the women's event, but I'm definitely going to get tons of footage at the Orlando market. That footage is coming soon. For me, it's in a couple of days. For you, it's in a couple of seconds. So come with me to my biggest market to date. Good morning. It is the day of the market, October 6th. It is 9:14 a.m. I've been up for a little over an hour now, watching the weather. So yes, I just woke up, okay? But I have really bad news. These last two videos have been like hyping up the biggest market I've ever done, and unfortunately, I had to cancel my spot. Now, of course, initially I'm kind of like, I put in all this work and like, I don't know, dang, this sucks. But also it is really just not wise. I don't know if any of you are in, you know, more towards like the Florida area or have seen the effect that Hurricane Helene has done, but there is another hurricane brewing again. So the weather is really bad again. It looks like it's going to be raining all day. It looks like possible thunderstorms and lightning. Being outside under a giant metal tent is not the greatest idea. Not only that, but all of my inventory is pretty much handmade paper goods. So it's just all around a really sketchy idea for me to go. And as much as I hated making this decision, like really hated it and like still kind of heartbroken, I just don't think it's best to attend the event. I don't want to, you know, even if I am able to protect my inventory at some capacity, my wood displays are going to warp because of the humidity and being wet, and as soon as people leave my tent, if they're not using an umbrella, everything's going to be ruined in their bag. So overall, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. If it was sprinkling or just kind of coming and going today, that'd be one thing, but it looks like it's going to be pretty much storming all day. The event says that it won't affect me being accepted for the next time if I'm canceling because of weather issues and things like that, so, you know, I'm just hoping that is the case, because I know this was a last minute cancel, but the weather honestly didn't look this bad until this morning. So that's the update. But because of that, I'm going to be launching my stuff today for patrons, but then I'll be launching it officially open to the public. All of the handmade goods. The fall shop update part 2 I will be releasing on Monday, tomorrow, the 7th at 11 a.m. And I don't know if this video is going to be up by then, but I will be posting it on my little community area on YouTube. But anywho, just wanted to update you guys and let you know what's going on, because these last two videos have really just been geared towards this market. So big bummer today, but I'm just gonna spend the day pretty much getting all of my inventory up in the shop. I still need to go unload the car to get all of the inventory out, and that is pretty much it. So thank you so much for supporting and being here along this journey. I know this is like super disappointing because I was so excited to get footage from this market. It's still going on and it's gonna be huge still, but I just personally didn't want to take that risk, especially with just, you know, if it was prints that I could just like print off really easily and they didn't cost me too much money or things like that. But this is like lots of time and effort. It's all handmade paper. I handmade most of the, like, actually almost all of the prints that are going, and you know, my stickers and like just other things like that. All of my displays are wood, so they'll warp in the, you know, the humidity and the rain, and they're like the really thin wood, so they're just a lot more fragile. But anywho, everything happens for a reason. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna get loading everything on my website, so. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was not the video that was promised. I was very upset that I did not get any footage of the market. I wasn't able to go to the market. The weather wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but honestly, it was better to stay safe rather than sorry. My husband and I had just finished prepping for the next hurricane coming in, and it's just a wild time all around. So I hope if any of you are going to be affected by this hurricane, if you're in the path of it, I hope that you stay safe. There is something that I do want to announce. As you saw, today I opened up my shop, today as in Monday. I'm filming this on Monday. But as of right now, as I'm speaking, the shop is already open. So every single purchase, I was thinking for the next 2 weeks, but I think I'm gonna feel it out and see if I need to do it the entire month of October. But 20% of all proceeds are going to those affected by the hurricane. I am donating to the Red Cross Hurricane Helene Relief Fund, and then I'm gonna kind of play it by ear, seeing what happens with the Hurricane Milton and see if I need to start giving to both funds. But we will see the aftermath once it happens. I'm hoping that it slows down once it hits land and that everyone stays safe and there's not any damage done. So send your thoughts and prayers to everyone that is in the line of impact once again. But on a positive note, you can donate and receive some really fun little prints as well. Prints, stickers, merch, anything and everything that you could possibly want. It is the holiday season, so if you want to go ahead and get ahead of the game and shop for friends and family, feel free to do so as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Honestly, all in all, I just hope you all are staying safe. And the good thing about not going to the market this past weekend is that I'm already basically prepped and ready for my market in November. I am going to be a part of Orlando Coffee Festival that is hosted by the Orlando Coffee Culture. If you're in the Orlando area, you probably already heard of them. This is their Instagram. Give them a follow, stay up in the know, but I'm gonna be attending that on November 16th. So if you are in Orlando local and you love coffee, it's gonna be such a vibe. There's gonna be other artists and local vendors and things like that, but also tons of Orlando's favorite coffee shops that will be handing out samples, and you can go coffee tasting. It's gonna be so much fun. But that is the most recent upcoming market that I have after the one that obviously just passed. I'm gonna be going on a vacation again, like I said, to North Carolina in a couple of weeks towards the end of October. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to say other than I hope you stay safe and that you are well and healthy, and that you say I love you to your loved ones and your friends and your family, and hug everyone that you know, because it's kind of getting a little crazy over here. But I have such a hard time ending videos. I don't know why. It's like I just don't know when to like stop it. So I'm going to stop it now. Again, check out the goods in the shop if you are wanting anything, any cute thingies. And shout out to my Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are absolutely amazing. I really truly wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for your support. So if you're interested in joining over on Patreon and becoming a little bit more of an intimate member with this mindful family, then check out my Patreon in the link below. Other than that, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it to the very end, give a little fern emoji. And thank you for being here. Sending love, sending peace, sending all the good vibes, and I will see you guys in the next one.